With increased bus fares and reduced routes, people just may not be getting on board. This bus stop, like many in Milwaukee, is empty. Bus ridership at its lowest since 1970. You can see the collapsed roof in the back of the building where the fire started. Now, firefighters thought they had the blaze under control last night, but as you can see from the smoke still coming from the building, with this propane tank just a few feet from the school officials decided it just wasn't safe for students to be here. Those E85 patrol cars fill up for about $1 per gallon less than a car taking regular unleaded. And that's just the first change. They actually started setting up at 7 o'clock tonight, but MUSG has been planning this event since September, ordering all this food, getting the linens for the tables.
And now we'll check in with Liz Cohen, who's at Scott Walker's campaign. Liz?
No numbers are in yet, but eager Scott Walker supporters are already gathered here at his campaign location at State Fair Park.
It's the second time in just over a month that school administrators have closed North Callaway High School because of gas leaks in the building. Back in December, inspectors determined the gas was methane.
Safety measures being used, keeping students from that area and not using open flames or welders or things like that, that we could go ahead and have school.
But more tests that came in Tuesday told a different story.
The test results came back and showed that it was actually propane gas that was leaking in the building. Now, with this propane tank just a few feet from the school officials decided it just wasn't safe for students to be here.
Now classes could be canceled for up to 2 weeks while a contractor replaces all the pipes in the building. They say the system is too old to just patch the leak.
It's a time-sensitive issue, and consequently we need it repaired as soon as possible, as safe as possible.
But even those students are happy to be out of class for now.
I mean, what kid wouldn't be getting out of school for an extended time, and it's not your fault.
They're hoping they don't have to make up the days later.
We have submitted a letter looking for some help from the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education to see how they can help us in that response.
It looks like your routine traffic stop.
Not using a turn signal. He made a wide turn. He's got a window obstruction also. Cracked windshield.
But this state trooper is also checking for human smugglers. He's part of a special unit set up by the Colorado legislature last year.
They're charged with doing their normal duties, and if during the course of doing their normal duties they encounter immigration-related issues, they're now authorized to take action.
The patrol has teamed up with the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Unit, or ICE, to enforce immigration laws across the state. But the troopers make it perfectly clear. They're not racially profiling, just enforcing traffic safety when they found illegal immigrants.
It could be anything. The way the person's talking to you, the way, hand movements, sweating.
The State Patrol has arrested more than 40 people for human smuggling in just the last year. And ICE says they've seen more than 60,000 arrests through this program.
It acts as a force multiplier for us, and it ultimately ends up where we're able to enforce immigration law simultaneously and also help keep communities safer.
And with 59 agencies across the country participating in the program, it's making the federal government's job a little bit easier. Liz Cohen, News 2.
Ray is a typical college student.
Just hanging out with friends, watching movies. I open a Netflix account. That way I can sit and watch as many movies whenever I have just a couple down moments.
But not a typical first-time voter.
I have an opportunity to shape the direction of the party and see where we're going to go forward. And it's just a really exciting time, This only happens once every 4 years.
As a superdelegate, Jason is one of 796 free agents who can back either candidate for the nomination at the Democratic National Convention this summer. And he's been getting calls from everyone from John Kerry to Bill Clinton.
It was a Friday night. I was getting ready to go out to dinner with some friends, and all of a sudden I pick up the phone. I say, "Hi, this is Jason." The other end goes, "Jason, please hold for the former president." And I just kind of sit for a minute and I think, is this real? And then I think, yeah, it is.
They're calling on his support because the candidates recognize that he is the true student vote.
They think that if I can endorse one or the other, that with me I can bring, all the college students across the country, which isn't necessarily the case.
From Marquette University, I'm Liz Cohen reporting for WISN.com.
I say